Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching About Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Wednesday, May 19th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. All right. Welcome to everybody who will be popping in the room. Welcome to our people who just like to watch. Everybody is absolutely welcome. Good to see everybody that's coming in. Good to see for those of you that are in the balcony. Hello, Julie and Rhonda, Christy. Good to see everybody, guys. Love ya. Welcome to everybody that's in the balcony watching. Please don't be shy about saying hello. Hey Lila, welcome, welcome. All right, so let me catch you up on some dates here. This Sunday, May 23rd, our Hearts Contest ends. Get your entries in, guys, $100 worldwide. And it doesn't have to have hearts in it. What it does is it invokes love, friendship, kindness, compassion. That's what the contest is for. And then on Sunday, June 6th, our fairy contest ends with Claire from Color with Claire. $20 gift certificate worldwide with that, and also every single image that's in our Etsy store. So we got some goodies going, guys. All right. So let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Yeah, this Old Timer book, I love it as well. I'll be announcing the winner of the contest of the rose when we get some more people in here. And meanwhile, I want to show you these two books. They are so cool. They really are. Zoom out. Hello, Miss Melba. Okay, for anybody that's a car aficionado, I don't know why this says book for men. Here, watch this. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right, so I'm going to cross this off. Look at that. If you love old-time cars, cool. All right, so I bought this book for the group. So this one's from me. Zoom out. Zoom out. And I want to go through this book and just show you the images. Beautiful, beautiful stuff, guys. Oh, let's see. I like these images. They are very clear. And I think that they lend themselves well to grayscale coloring. I've already got one that I'm going to probably doing relatively soon. Really nice books. Hunky Dory. Rita from Guatemala. So maybe this will bring back some pleasant memories for people. Oh, let me get this binding. Beautiful stuff. Here we go. So it looks like this one actually, oh, maybe not. I thought it was a bridge as well. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Now, guys, I want you to look at this from a standpoint of coloring. That's the whole point. This one would be cool to do. Cool stuff, guys. And anything with this rust on here like this gives you lots of opportunity to play with your pencils. Like I said, the images are nice and sharp for the most part. There's a couple slightly fuzzy ones. Hi, Pearl. Hello, hello. Route 66 Cafe. Really neat stuff, guys. And look, even a wagon in here. Paper quality, you know, it's the thinner paper, but it's still done one-sided. So we're in good shape from there. Camaro. For any of you that recognize that car. So I really hope you're enjoying these images, guys, if it's giving you some ideas. And again, I'm just going through this book quickly to tell you it's in our library. If you're interested in it, it is listed as an affiliate link. I posted it in the group to show you I would be showing this book real quick. Oh, there you go, Julie. You have a 72 Camaro that you guys are working on. How cool. Maybe this is bringing back some memories for some people. Memories. Lemon Cab Company. Oh, the number on it says Beechwood 45789, I think. 89 or 69, one of the two. And look at this one. Just an old-fashioned buggy. Neat little fire truck there. And a submarine of all things. And you know, guys, again, these are one of those things, yeah, the wallpaper peeling off, Pearl. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you can have so much fun with this. Somebody may recognize this bike, DKW. Nice little biplane. Avro, huh? A-V-R-O. All right. Look at that one. That would be fun to come up with the rust colors. This is the one I'm interested in doing. Hey, Maddie. Cruising with a boyfriend in his restored Camaro convertible. The year they first came out. That's cool, Lila. And look at these implements. How neat is that? Hello, Jean. Somebody loved these cars once. And notice where the steering wheel is on this one. That's interesting. I just noticed that. Old time tractor. It says oil pull, O-I-L-P-U-L-L. And then on the front it says Rumley, R-U-M-E-L-Y. All right. So here's your tips for coloring the grayscale. Basic coloring instructions. Color test page. Color test page. And some other books this group has. Cool stuff, guys. Look at that, military. Okay, so that's that book that we now have. This one I stumbled across. Steampunk Coloring Book, and actually, I hate to say this, I got it because I really love this cat image. That was basically this, well, I looked through it on YouTube. Hi, Yana, how are you? Hello from Kentucky. And Yana, if I do a mistake and call it Jana for some reason, just let me know. Yana. Yana from Kentucky. Welcome, welcome to the group. Yana, feel free to comment you know, coloring related. Okay, this book here, guys, real quick, is by Nick Snells, S-N-E-L-S. And it's really interesting. In Amazon, it says for coloring 6 to 8-year-olds, and I thought, okay, I may contact the author. I may invite him in to talk to us. Oh, Yana, I'm glad that you've been enjoying the videos. Yeah, everything goes to video if you miss it. So this obviously is a steampunk coloring book. And in reading this description, there's a Steampunk Coloring Book 1, Steampunk Coloring Book 2. Maybe he means 60 to 80-year-olds. And there's a Steampunk Coloring Book 1 and 2, which is this one, I believe. Or I believe that this 1 and 2 here is the other 1 and 2s put together. Hopefully they're not different. But anyway, as I got to looking through the book, I thought that there were some pretty cute images. Now, this paper is really thin. You can see the next image through the page. That tells you how thin this paper is. So, gotta warn you on that. But the good news is it's single-sided. I don't know, Lila, if it's a combo or whether that 1 and 2 are different images. I gotta check it out with him. Zoom out. So cool little images. Love these. That's an interesting one. They're neat. Again, pretty thin pages. You can see the next page through these. But I love the piping ones. Fun images, guys. Yeah, exactly, Julie. Those gears that I got, yeah. Doggone, he likes that woman, doesn't he? Hold on, let me look at something here. Okay. Yep. Okay. So it's a cool little book. Some of the pages like this one are involved, detailed, if you like that sort of thing. There's our lady with the big boobs again. This one's really interesting. So, again, I'm not sure why it says 6 to 8 years old, but and our lady friend again. there you go, Rhonda. I love this hand, this mechanical hand. Boy, that's an intricate one to do. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh, those little teeny tiny gears that he's got in there. And let me put a pencil point in there to give you a reference on size, so you can kind of get an idea there. So there's the sizes on that one. Not bad. You'd need to really take your time with this one, guys. Okay. Cute motorcycle with the steampunk in the wheels. This reminds me of Johanna Bosford's, the one that's got all those flowers in it. Ooh, this one would be a trip to do. So larger to smaller in the center there. Yeah, that circle of life, the clock gears, yeah. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? I love this guy too. Neat stuff. And some more gears. Yeah, Helen's picture that she does steampunk got you interested, Maddie? Okay. So I think I would maybe scan these images and blow them up. And if the resolution's good enough, that might be a little easier to color. Different. And again, just look at the bird. Just paging through this again to show you that we've got this in our library now. I'm not sure what this is. It's cute. And another lady standing on a head. And look at that butterfly. Isn't that beautiful? Different, different, different. Oh, Yana, you can ask people, yeah, you love your Prismas? Yeah, ask people in the room what they think of them. That's what the Amazon description says, 6 to 8-year-olds. That's got to be a typo. Love the chameleon. All right. Ooh. There's one to keep you out of trouble for a while. Well, Lila, I think that would be a matter of complaining to Amazon about that and contacting customer service. That's awful when that happens. Oh, I like this one. Oh, it's a lizard. You guys see this? Takes you a second to see it. Another little hand piece there. And there's my cat. Love the cat. I love the, I know what it is. It's the copper coloring of it. How cool is that? Yeah, that's definitely got to be a typo, Melba. All right, she's got all her clothes on. And a pirate barmaid steampunk. Okay. Yana lives in Kentucky, Melba. Isn't that one interesting? That looks very similar to Kirby Roseanne's, doesn't it? Made me think of him right away. All right. And some more gears. And this is similar to the other picture, but the fetus was in a little cup type thing. Steampunk heart. Cute stuff. And another lady. And a steampunk Christmas ornament. That's interesting. I must say, I don't recall seeing another steampunk ornament. Okay. So here are apparently his other books. Oh yeah, these are all by him. So here's Steampunk number 2 and here's Steampunk number 1. Okay, and Steampunk number 1, let me zoom in here. Steampunk number 1, it looks like they're different images, because we didn't see one with the girl with the guitar. Steampunk number 2, we did see the dragonfly. So I'm guessing that these are different. And that's it right now. All right, zoom out. Yeah, I may contact him and see if we can get him in here to come in. So yeah. All right. So let me just note in this. Alrighty, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, the links are in the group for the affiliate if you're interested. So I'm going to work a little while on this little guy here. Don't have too much more to do. And then I want to get going on that one. And again, these are both from Nice Little Town 6 by Tatiana Stalova. So settle in, guys. Get comfy. And let's have a drum roll, because I am ready to announce who won the contest. So drum roll. Da, 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 da. Nice job, everybody. Your backgrounds were great. I was looking for a gouache type background that you did with color pencils. And the winner is da-da-da-da, Miss Melissa Biggs. She is the winner. So Melissa, I need you to get in touch with me and we'll get your prize to you. And we have an honorable mention. Are you ready for this one? Da, 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 da. Honorable mention to Miss Wanda. So Wanda and Melissa Biggs. Melissa's the grand prize winner. Honorable mention to Miss Wanda. Beautiful, beautiful job, guys. It's so much fun to see what you guys come up with. And all the entries, of course, are in the group album. You guys are doing a wonderful job. Okay, let's see what we got here. Give me second here. So here is Melissa's picture. Let me get this reflection off. Absolutely beautiful on that. Isn't that pretty? And then Miss Wanda's picture. Beautiful. Such a pleasure to see everybody's entries on these. Okay. So you guys pat yourself on the back. And let's get some coloring going here. Alrighty. So the last that we left this, we were working on that little driftwood thingy in the back. So let's go ahead and get this going. All right, I'm going to work on this background now behind this jar. And again, welcome to everybody that's watching. Zoom in. So I have a Sooty style color 094, which is a light gray, bluish gray. And I just love how this piece is coming out. I think it's so pretty. Well, Melba, we sure appreciate you donating the picture. That was so much fun. See, Melba, we're priming the pump for your coloring book. All right. And now I'm going to use a darker gray over this blue. And notice when I'm outlining this, that's giving the impression of depth. And notice the difference now between the two. Well, Yana, I'm so delighted that you joined our group, and so glad that you can participate in our chat. All right, now notice that I'm going to take this black iron color and I'm going to come down the side with it. And remember, that had blue on it. So I'm going to add just a little bit of that darker black on top of the blue. And that's going to give us lots of depth. Zoom out. Zoom out. So notice, guys, how vibrant this is. Maddie, Melissa won, and Wanda got honorable mention. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of black on the top of this jar here. And on the sides, again, I'm not filling it in. Excuse me. And notice now how we're getting some really nice depth on here. Alrighty. And again, guys, if anybody has any questions about how I'm doing this, speak up. Now, notice that I'm also going to take, no, I haven't seen Melissa. Notice how I'm going to take a little bit of that black and punch this up a little bit. And have fun with this, guys. As you're highlighting these areas, some of this highlight I colored in myself, and other parts of it is what the artist put in. And guys, I can't say this enough, don't be afraid of your colors and your intensities on things. You want your pieces to be interesting and vivid. Unless you specifically, of course, chose to have a pastelish soft background. Now, the other thing I want you to notice too is even though I colored this, what I'm calling driftwood, earlier, I'm now going back and putting on the finishing touches of it. And the reason that I'm doing that now instead of at the time is because I like to work in my tints and how I color. So I laid down the basic colors for this wood, put in my shading, and then decided to come back with it and put in these extra little touches. Okay. Oh, Melba, that's so sweet. And the really neat thing, Melba, is you now have samples that you can show to other people if they ask about your coloring pages. Yeah, I thought you meant all of them instead of just the one. I was really, really happy to see what people did with that piece. Zoom in. And Melba, that's a hats off to you because you saw what people now are doing with your work. So that was pretty cool. Now, when you're doing something like this, guys, have fun with the shading. And you know that I've told you that when an author puts shading down on their stuff, that doesn't mean that you can't enhance it one way or the other. Oh, Melba, you haven't colored it yet? Oh, that's funny. That really is. Okay. And look how this is coming to life, guys. Let me double check my camera. Okay. Zoom in. Well, Melba, I am so happy for you that you're able to see your work come to fruition. That's great. Well, thank you, Yana. I hope it's giving you some ideas on how to do this piece. Zoom out. Zoom out. All right. And Yana, this is from My Little Town, or excuse me, Nice Little Town 6 by Tatiana Stalova. All right, so let's play with some of this greenery just to get that done. Da, da, da. Zoom in. Oh yeah, Yana, these books by Tatiana are wonderful. Now, Yana, if you watch the earlier videos of me doing this, which you may want to do, you'll see how I made additions to it to make it better. That's why I'm known as the Queen of Custom Coloring, because I encourage people to always mark in their books. And Yana, there's a little search magnifying glass in the upper right hand corner. And if you click on that and type the word keyword, Keyword, and then, for example, water jar or jar, it should bring up all the videos that I've been doing on this, which actually have been the last, what, maybe three nights, guys? So all my videos are there, Yana, because as you know, they go to video after I'm done live. Okay. Yeah, that'd be great, Yana. Just be sure that whenever you post, which is group rules, is be sure that you credit the author and the title of the book. Well, I hope everybody's having a pleasant evening. I'm really enjoying doing this page for you. All right. Now, don't forget, zoom in. You know I'm going to keep trying this. Zoom in. Is that you want to go ahead and take a little bit of your black, not much. And you want to color in a little bit between your leaves to give you that dimension. And I really should say depth, dimension, detail, depth, dimension. And It seems like a little thing, but it makes all the difference in the world. Now, don't put in a lot. This is one of those things that you want it to be in there subtly, right? I'm so sorry, guys, I was off camera. All right. And I'm also going to go in between these leaves a little bit, not much. So you want it there, but you don't want it to be obvious. There you go. And we'll put a little shading right next to that wood. Okay, zoom out. And I'm just putting in just 1 stroke's worth around these plants. So what that means is I'm doing it once between the plants, and that's it. It is so little, guys, as to what's needed. You'd be amazed. And just a little dab will do ya. Zoom out. Okay. Zoom in. So I'm accenting this plant with the purple feathery leaves. And then I'm going to take some, let's see, my marker, zoom in, and we'll go ahead and touch that up a little bit. And we'll go ahead with this purple thing. Purplish pink. Water-based marker. Going over a second time to get the darkening effect that I want. Zoom out. And black pen. For my dots in the center, with a little bit of the white background showing through. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. And then I'm going to take my black pen and I'm going to darken my lines that splay out from the center. Zoom out, zoom out. There you go. Pop, pop, pop. So remember all these little touches, guys. You don't want to go in with single shade coloring, right? All right, deciding what I want to do on the back. We've got these little background trees that are popping up. Zoom in. So I've got these little background sprigs here. I'm going more with a tint of brown. This happens to be a Prismacolor 946. Again, I'm coming in very lightly with it just to give more of a hint of color. And guys, I want you to remember that you don't have to smack people in the face with what you're coloring. They'll get it. They really will. Alright, and then I'll come in with a lighter brown. And this happens to be a Zenicolor 102. Zoom in. And I want you to see how I'm adding that color. I'm not obliterating this brown that I put in here. Oh, get out of here. And the plants that are behind the water, we're going to keep those just a little bit lighter. Now, I want you to watch how I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my white Prismacolor and put that on top of the brown to make it milky. And to give the impression of it being behind the water. And it looks like I missed a little brown here. Now, guys, if you're relatively new to coloring, I don't want you having heart attacks because you're seeing me put different colors on a page, on a piece, on a part. I'll get there. It's basically a light, a medium, and a dark is the rule of thumb. Zoom out. All right. And everybody see now how that milkiness makes it look like it's underwater. Cool beans. Okie dokie smoky. Hi Sandra. Welcome. All right, goldfish. Sandra, good to see you. zoom in. Now, our other goldfish have the black in their eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here. I think we'll go ahead and just make the eye black as well. And sometimes, guys, KISS principle, keep it simple. Repeated marker swipes over these areas to darken in. And then I'm going to put some orange highlight on that. And we'll put an orange mouth on there. So for any of you that were wondering, pencil over marker goes just fine. Marker over pencil is fine. Zoom out. And I think that mouth looks funny. There we go. There we go. Oh, guys, we're making great progress on this. Okay, let's get down to our bottom jar. Absolutely, Melba. You gotta let that marker dry. My markers dry so quickly sometimes I don't think about it, but you're absolutely right. Now, the really neat thing about undersea pictures like this is you can be colorful with it. I don't know, Mel, but my coughing must have gone over to you because I haven't coughed in quite a while during a broadcast. Annoying, isn't it? So, when you're working with undersea objects, you've got a lot more leeway to come up with some interesting colors. And notice how I'm shading this little tree branch here. And I'm coming in with a little bit of gold, like a goldish color. This happens to be a yellow ochre, Castle Arts. So we've got lots of nice colors on this. Oh, pretty. All right. Now, using that same ochre, excuse me while I turn it. I'm going to go ahead and do our bottom sand. Now, I want you to think about this for a minute. I just used this color, right, in this piece up here. So that means now that your eye is noticing both colors. And that's giving your brain a richer interpretation of this picture. So when you're coloring, I missed a spot. When you're coloring, think about that. My spotters didn't tell me that I missed that. All right, there we go. Oh, Wanda, that sounds good. Now, don't forget that I did this piece here with marker and colored pencil. And actually the colored pencil was just to shade in. You know, guys, we're slipping because it normally doesn't take this long for this group to talk about food. And again, guys, the neat thing about marker is you can always go back over it with your colored pencil to add in whatever shading you want. Or if you've pre-sprayed with your Krylon, you can go in and add with marker and then immediately blend it with your finger. You've seen me do that. Okay. All right. So let's add a little bit of darker shade to the sand. And this happens to be a Prismacolor 946. Again, for my new people, I don't use a specific brand. I have 11 brands of colored pencils. Oh my gosh, guys, I was in Sam's the other day and there was a box of pencils. Oh my gosh, I was good. I didn't pick them up. I was so tempted. I've got pencils coming out of my ears. All right, let me get you turned up right here so you can see how cool this looks. Oh, Yana. Ooh. And here's a little bit of brown that I'm adding. And look how that is really making this piece of driftwood, or whatever you want to call it, look cool. That's why I don't mind going back and coloring later. Then we get all sorts of neat interplay with that. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Yeah, I understand the Pablos are very good pencils. I don't own any, but if anybody's had an experience with them, please speak up. Okay, so I went with conventional rock on this one because we did different colors of the little stones on these other areas. Zoom out. Zoom out. Oh, Yana, yeah. Let us know, Yana. My pastels are the Grande Arc as well. Okay. Now, I haven't done anything with the bubbles on any of these, really. Especially because I had blue. Yana, if I had the budget, let me put it this way. Yana, if I had the budget, I would buy them. That's out of my league. Okie dokie smoky. Zoom out. Exactly, Yana. Hey, I look at it this way. I don't smoke. I really don't drink. So my vice is coloring books and pencils and supplies and Metal Gears and oh my gosh. Guys, we are making wonderful progress on this. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right. So I'm using markers on this little guy, whatever it is. And we got little pinky things here, or thingies that I'm going to make pink. Zoom out. Yeah, Rhonda, I think what I'm going to do on the bubbles is in the green water I'll make them blue, and in the blue water I'll make them green. So sit tight and we'll see what we can do with those. So Rhonda, how far along are you on this picture? Have you been paralleling my work? Oh, and Rhonda, did you go to the store and get your eye makeup? Your eyeshadow you were talking about? Zoom in. And just a little bit of brown at the bottom here. Look how pretty that is, guys. Isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Look at my little pretties. All right. Da, da, da. And let's get this little rock done. Now remember, even if you think that you're going to do an area dark, you want to come in with tinting first. That means a lighter shade of the color that you're using, and then come back in and make your shading decisions. And I'm going to, let's see here, blend that. Because that's a little rougher than what I want. Much better. Da-da-dum. Now, I've got some really narrow green plants right here. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Pilot G2 pen and color that in. And I'm even going to bring it up a little bit. And extend that leaf. Oh, I like that a lot better. In fact, zoom in. Everybody see how I'm doing that? I am way beyond what the artist drew in. Everybody see that? I like it a lot better. So the original green plants ended like here, and I drew this all the way up here. Be brave, people. Do things like this. Zoom out. Everybody see how I did that? Yes, no, maybe? I like it. All right. Well, Yana, I'm really big on that. And really, I mean, this is just minor what I'm doing here. Very minor. But that's why I call myself the Queen of Custom Coloring. Because I teach people how to draw in things all the times and fix things. Let's see here. All right. I encourage people to make changes to their books all the time. All right, so I've got a very light green here, and now I'm going to use a lighter green yet. Almost a fluorescent green. Remember, guys, depth, dimension, detail, right? No more flat coloring. zoom out. Now these rocks didn't have our little scale lines at the bottom. Zoom in. So I'll go ahead and add a few of those. Zoom in. And we'll add a little pink down there. And then let's go ahead and do something a little different with this sand since we're dealing with pinks and reds. Zoom out. Zoom out. Now this is where we're coloring a little bit away from convention because we've been doing the sand. Oh, Miss Yana, good night. Wonderful, wonderful meeting you. Look forward to having you come in. Good night, Yana. Good night, Yana. Good night, Yana. So glad you could make it tonight. Whee! Oh guys, we are almost there. Fun, fun, fun. All right. Zoom in. Oh, Wanda, you'll be later tomorrow night? Okay. We will be here. All right, now on this gray, zoom in. I'm going to add in a little blue on top. Which will give us a really pretty effect. I'm using a medium blue, Guanghai actually. And it looks like I missed a little bit on my background here. By my shrimp. Zoom out. Zoom out. Look at that, guys. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, let's work with these bubbles here. Rhonda, you asked me about that. So let me start on some of the bigger bubbles so you can see. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. So, for example, I'll do this in green and then do my little backwards C on it like I showed you guys. All right, see that? Tiny bubbles, like Lila says. So we'll just do some little subtle shading on that. And again, darken it to one side. Initially, I was just going to do it white, but it looks dumb, so we'll go ahead and shade that in. Tiny bubbles in my wine. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and take a blue pen, green pen, excuse me, and make that backwards C. There we go, much better. So use, Rhonda, do your base color, and then do your little backwards C on the right hand side. And you'll have your shading. Does that make sense? What about white with green shading? You mean color it white and then shade it green? I'm sorry, not understanding what you mean. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it white and add green shading, that's fine too. Play with it. Draw a circle on a scrap piece of paper and try it out. And remember, you'll have to frequently clean your pen because that wax gets into the point. Oh yeah. Zoom out. I think we got a good do on that one. Zoom in. Zoom in. Oh man, these big eyes make me laugh every time. Okay, touch of green. Touch of the green. And even though it's going to be teeny tiny, guys, go ahead and do your green pen on this, because it will show. And let me come down here. Hey Melissa, got some news for you. Oh, I guess not. Okay, well, you already found out. You won the rose contest. Congratulations, sweetie. Your piece was beautiful. Get in touch with me and we'll get your prize to you. Zoom out. Congrats to Melissa. Woohoo! That's got to be a nice wake up to you. Oh, guys, look at this now. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Oh, I'm sorry, Melissa, that you felt blah. So this is a little pick-me-up for you. Okay. So let's get our mice colored. Oh, wait a minute. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Thank you, Miss Melissa. This has been a really wonderful tutorial. All right. So let's get a little color into these flowers. Zoom out. Yeah, so for anybody that didn't hear this before, zoom out. The top left jar, colored pencil. This jar here, eyeshadow. This jar, water-based markers. This jar, alcohol-based. Good night, Miss Melba. Melba, Melba, woo-hoo-hoo. Zoom in. Zoom in. So I'm going to use a very, very light green here. And then we'll put a darker green on top of that. Okay. Let's get these little rascals colored. So I'm going to go with the standard, I'm going to do a blue jean color. For him. Zoom in. Zoom in. So I'm going to blend this in. And then I'm going to come in with a darker blue. Maddie, you got too many irons in the fire. Good night, Miss Maddie. Okay, now notice that I'm going to streak these jeans a little bit. And I'm going to darken it around the edges. Get a little smudging in there. All right, now, these little cuffs here, I'm leaving a lighter blue because you know how when you turn your jeans up and make the cuff, they've got that little lightness in it? And if I can sharpen my pencil sharp enough, I'm going to take my white pencil and run that down the center. And that way we've got those cuffs looking lighter and more realistic. Which is kind of funny if you think about it, because this whole thing is a fantasy picture. Okay. And we'll do some brown shoes. Now remember, I had to draw in the rest of the shoe because my printer cut it off. And then I'm going to put a little shadow in there. And then we will go with we'll go with orange for his socks. Zoom out. Zoom out. All right. So now the trick is we're going to do his shirt, but we want to make sure that his shirt doesn't blend in too much, but shows up enough. So I'm going to go ahead and give him a nice purple shirt. And I've got a little bit of green there I need to take care of. There we go. darken in. Notice how I'm shadowing his shirt. And I've got to blend his shirt because that's looking too much white in there. Zoom in. Okay, now it also looks like here too. Zoom in. Good night, Miss Pearl. Pearl, so glad you could make it. Neat. All right, and let's get our little boy's pants done. Got it. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go with gold dish brown on our little boy. Actually, it's the palm of his hand. Because his hand is turned outward. Okay. Okay. Now notice how I'm pulling down the yellow over the brown. And a little bit of touch of gold to the yellow here. And that's really going to make this outfit come together. Okay. And marker for the shoe. We'll go ahead and preempt that and put some pink in Dad's ear. Zoom out. And let's go ahead with a nice light gray with the marker. Water based. And then I will repeat stroke with the marker a little bit into the ear. Just give Dad a little bit of shading. And a little bit for Junior as well. And on Dad's tail, I'm going to go a little darker. And I'm able to do a little bit of pink on Dad's nose. Yep, adds hands. There we go. Okay. Zoom out. Zoom out. So far, we're in good shape. Okay. So, Faber-Castell chalks. I'm going to start with a really light background. Now, I'm going to do a combination of using my sponges and my finger. To get into my small places. Zoom in. And remember, once you get your color on your sponge, that's going to give you lots of opportunity to color in several areas. Good night, Lila. All right, let me bend this back so I can get this flat. Here we go. And I hope you guys can see, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful with this purple on it. Now I'm dipping the tip of my applicator into my pastel, and remember what I showed you about holding this tip with the end of it into your hand, and then just going ahead and being able to control your color. So forgive me my hand, because I have to do this straight up and down basically. And here's the fun part that I wanted to show you. Zoom in. Is I want that purple to be in my spots here. Because I want that transparency. So I'm just dipping into those powder spots. And coloring up those holes. Now, the other thing you can do is take your chalk and rub the tip of your applicator right on your chalk. Either way is fine. Zoom out. you, Sherry. Zoom out. Good night, Miss Rhonda. Now I'm making a little pile of chalk that I can dip into here with the tip of my applicator. Zoom out. And I hope you guys can see this because it is pretty pretty. Zoom out. And I haven't finished with that background at all. I just wanted to get my base color in. And then go from there. Sherry, you still with me? So here we are so far. I'll be doing a little more shading with the background, but I won't do it tonight because it's 10 o'clock. But I wanted you guys to see where I'm going with this. And I hope you like it. All right, guys, we're making good progress. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. I am calling it an evening. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. Thank you so much for making it. I will be here tomorrow night. Same time, same place. And you guys take care. Love you bunches, guys. Bye.